back, everybody, for another edition of the Club Cool podcast. Clubhouse is open. We are here where we always are at the intersection of style and pop culture, dead center, The Lodge, brought to you by Washed Media. I'm your host, Barrett Dudley. Joining me today, it's Trill, Phil.
Yo.
What's up, Phil?
I like that.
Yeah. We're going to talk a little bit about Trill in a second. Do you remember Trill?
No.
No? I'm gonna enlighten you.
Like Trill?
Trill. Like I used to be Trill.
Yeah.
I've been Trill.
Mm-hmm.
It was like several years ago. It was. That's what you would think.
Yeah.
It's got crazy hip hop vibes. We're gonna get there.
All
We're
right.
gonna get there. But yeah, man, we got a good show for you today. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. For starters, though, I'm just a little scattered and all over the place because though we were sitting on this table just a mere 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Right? Friday. By the way,
life was good, wasn't it?
It was great. It was grand. It was really grand, aside from the global pandemic. New time slot here. We're here on Mondays. We're going to be coming to you on Mondays now, which is very exciting because the weekend is fresh, right?
Yeah.
You get to recap the weekend. You're feeling good on a Monday. People love Mondays. I hear that.
You're having big weekends in this pandemic?
It's huge weekends.
Man.
Yeah. This weekend, we drove to Buffalo, Texas.
Yeah.
And brought home an 8-week-old golden retriever puppy, whose name is Sunny. And Phil, she is a menace. She's an absolute menace. And my life is now filled with another layer of stress.
Okay.
We have a senior dog that we're trying to trying to connect these two.
Yeah,
it's not happening so far. Now it's early. This is like This is the third full day of having this dog. Everybody out there that has had a puppy recently or that has one right now is probably nodding their head in agreement with me. But it's been years since I was dealing with a puppy. And this is the first time where I'm an adult. I'm the one in charge.
Yeah.
And it's just an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
It's basically like
she's chewing a lot.
So she's incredibly bitey.
Yeah.
She goes after your toes. Mm-hmm. She bites my Achilles tendon.
Yeah.
Tries to rip it out of my foot, out of my ankle. She bites your hands. She bites your fingers. I'm about to stop by Academy and like pick up like a crummy pair of the cheapest pair of like athletic shorts that they have.
Yeah.
As my like dog shorts, because this dog is just like putting tiny little razor teeth punctured wounds in like everything.
They're so sharp.
It's
Get
great.
some old socks too and tie those up in knots.
Yeah.
And just tug on those with her.
Okay. Yeah, because this is crazy. We actually we took a couple days to name her. Mm-hmm. We had a few in the tank that we were thinking about. It came down to Sunny and Penny for Pennywise, because we were thinking about naming her Pennywise after Pennywise the clown from It.
You may have chosen incorrectly because she's terrorizing you.
Yes, yeah. The only way that I can describe it, I also you see new parents and they just have that like sunken look in their face.
Yeah.
Because their world is rocked and like they just there's nothing you can do about it.
It makes you not very excited to have kids.
Yes, except for here's the thing. This is like having a kid and you immediately get home from the hospital and the child is 2 years old already.
Yeah.
Right? Because
can run around.
At least when you have a child, and I'm not saying that having a puppy is easy or is harder than having a child. I certainly don't want to say that. But when the puppy is awake, mm-hmm. It requires essentially your every waking second. You cannot take your eyes off of this thing, or else it will chew holes in your couch, your shoes, your rugs, everything. Like it'll put its foot and put its paw in an electric socket. Like it'll just tear up everything. It'll bite through all of your cords and your plugs and the whole thing. It wants to play. If you constantly redirecting to the toys so that it stops biting you. Yeah. So at least with the baby, you have that 8-9 months where they're immobile. So they're requiring your attention, but like they can't run around.
Yeah.
And so
did you go and look
draining
at the litter and decide I want the one that's crazy?
No. So this particular breeder prides herself on they match their puppies with
like a matchmaker.
Yeah. So they've got their litter, and then they've got their people. They've got the the list for this litter.
Mm-hmm.
You tell them what you're looking for, what type of house you like, what type of household you have, any other dogs, kids, etc. And then they kind of get like if you want a girl or a boy, and then they once they put these puppies at about 7 weeks old through like basically like little personality test type things, then they give you a couple of options.
Okay.
And so there have been many questions.
What did you put down on that card?
Over whether we were matched properly over these first few days. Because, I mean, she's a puppy, and I don't have anything to compare it to, but it certainly seems like she is just ultra high energy.
Yeah.
Like not chill. Like she will, when she's up, she is up and going, and then she'll pass out for 2 hours. But she is,
and Grace is not entertaining any of this.
Yeah, and I feel really bad for Grace. This is like an additional. This would all be. I'd be dealing with this much better if not for the fact that we also are trying to make sure that Grace is like still number one, right?
Yeah.
You've got this older dog. You have to make sure that they're okay with the whole thing. And yeah, Grace is not. She's not warmed up yet. And the puppy, I mean, I've got just adorable photos already on the phone of this thing like cuddling and nuzzling and sleeping on top of Grace. Like she very much wants to be friends with our older dog. Grace is not warmed up yet. But and I feel bad for the puppy too, because the puppy just wants to play. Anyways, 3 days have gone by. And its life is totally different. Did you guys have Poppy as a puppy?
They told us when we adopted her that she was a year old, but she wasn't. She was probably 6 months old.
Okay.
And she still acts like a puppy. Not as bitey. She went through 2 or 3 of our remotes when we first got her.
Yeah.
And chewed up the end of a rug, pillow, anything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just constant.
Anything. But she didn't have
biting.
like the puppy teeth. She wasn't to that stage. She had the full chompers.
Yeah, which can be a blessing and a curse.
Yeah. I mean, she can do work on a remote.
Also, these tiny little things, they go to the bathroom like every 30 minutes.
Oh,
It's
that's what I was
insane
going to ask
how
you.
often.
How's that working?
So, fortunately, we're in the best possible situation where we're in just a one-story house. Like it's easy to get outside to the yard. There's no long walk or anything. But we've had no number 2 accidents in the house so far. So that's been positive.
I would rather number 2.
Would you?
Yes.
Over the pee?
Yes. Much easier to clean up.
I don't know. I feel lucky to have only had pee accidents so far.
Oh man. Well, y'all don't have any carpet. Neither do we. But
well, we got some rugs.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
that's the preferred spot to have a pee accident is on rugs.
Yeah, wouldn't you rather pick up okay, well.
Well, I don't want poop on the rugs.
Yeah, but you can at least grab it.
Yeah.
The pee, you're never getting that all out. That's in there for life. And she's going to go back to that spot and smell it.
Yeah. So, these things are just incredibly, incredibly cute.
Yeah.
But, man, it's just like, people will tell you that they're a lot of work. They say that, right? Mm-hmm. But you don't believe them. You don't believe them.
Yeah.
And now I believe them, and I'm having those moments of like, oh my God, what did we do?
Yeah.
So
it'll get better.
So that's what I got going on over the weekend.
So Laura had Grace as a puppy.
Yes. And seemingly doesn't remember any of this from Grace being a puppy.
Grace is too good of a dog.
Because
she wouldn't do that.
I mean, I think you you have the rose-colored glasses on at that point. Once you know your dog so well, and she's this docile, sweet thing that is like well trained, and
she would never do such.
Yeah.
Terrible
You just
behavior.
forget that she was also a small, adorable terrorist for several weeks / months. So.
Well, good luck.
So we'll see how it goes. Did you get into anything this weekend?
Yeah, we wrapped up the bathroom.
Yeah.
We're back in. Looks great.
Yeah.
Still need the guys coming out for. This is a great topic for Club Cool. Talking about shower door guy coming out.
Yeah, yeah. The people want to know about the shower doors.
Shower door guy does the mirrors as well. So he's doing like these, they have to make the measurements and then make the doors to fit.
Yeah.
That's the last thing.
I wanted to tell you about a new spot that we tried for pickup.
Yeah.
It's relatively close to us. And this is it's not a local spot necessarily. But I'm sold. Have you been to Sweet Green yet?
I've been in New York.
Yeah.
Love it.
So, cue the hypocrisy. Here's the good part about the development on a place like South Congress, because this spot is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
So Sweet Green, it's in New York, it's in LA. It is bougie as can possibly be. It's, it has the look. Imagine what you think a trendy salad and bowl place called Sweet Green looks like, and that's what it looks like.
Like it just jumped off of Instagram.
Yes, yeah. And we checked it out. We did takeout from there, and I figured it'd be good. Surprised at how, at the prices.
Okay.
I fully expected to get online and have everything be like $16 to $18 for these frou-frou, she trendy little salad bowl things.
Uh-huh.
It's all like $10 to $12.
Okay.
So I very much the price is in the right spot for sure.
Were they filling?
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. And we got salads. We didn't even get bowls.
Yeah.
Nice, good size.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to shout out Sweet Green because it's like this is the type of spot that I always talk about. Like we need there's not enough of this type of little quick casual restaurant.
Yeah.
That's like healthy, fresh, affordable.
Here's what
It's hitting that trifecta of sorts.
I noticed when I went. This was years ago, and I loved it then. I still love it now, and it's now common practice during the pandemic. Is they don't accept cash.
Sweet Green.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I never have cash to begin with,
right?
And it makes the transactions so much quicker.
Yes. Yeah.
When you're dining in, or if you're picking up to go.
At the beginning of the pandemic, I usually pre-pandemic I try to carry a little bit of cash on me.
Really?
$10 to $30, something like that, just because you never know.
You never folded money.
Yeah, right. I had it. The pandemic started. I couldn't spend it. I literally couldn't spend it.
Yeah.
The cash. So I just went to I did a little bank trip. Had to deposit my cash. Had to deposit
there's a coin shortage.
My $30. I keep seeing the coin shortage.
Yeah.
Is that because nobody's trading in coins right now?
I don't know, dude.
That's amazing, right?
Yeah.
That the coin market relies. It's just a weird scientific thing, right? How is the coin shortage because the mints aren't making any coins, or is it because the way that coins get around, the way that they circulate,
they're not circulating,
is because they change here, change there, blah here, put it here.
No.
You got these. The change is always moving.
Yeah.
Now it's not moving at all.
The coin chain.
The coin chain.
I don't know. I've never been a coin boy.
Is that what they call the coin? There's the coin chain and there's the blockchain.
Sure.
Yeah.
And as you know, it's all blocks.
Yeah. Yeah. The blocks are still circulating. That's all. That's all online. The coins, no more circulation.
Man, we don't know shit.
But yeah, so I'm still mad that there has to be a Tuft and Needle mattress store, and an Allbirds on South Congress.
There's a Tuft and Needle mattress store over there.
There's Tuft and Needle right next to Parachute because you need your linens after you get your mattress.
Sure.
Anything that looks like Sweet Green but is a store backed by a lot of venture capital and used to market themselves as a DTC brand, it's on South Congress.
Yeah.
Everlane, Allbirds, Tuft and Needle, Parachute. What else did I see going down in there?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's,
gentrification.
Very little personality, obviously.
Yeah.
But then you get something like Sweet Green, and it's like, ugh, I'm definitely
you gotta go. And Neighborhood Goods.
I'm definitely gonna go to Sweet Green a lot.
Neighborhood Goods.
So
have you been in there?
You have. I'm part of the problem. I have not actually. I've walked by it.
Oh, I thought you went in.
I've not been in Neighborhood Goods yet. I like the concept of neighborhood goods.
Yeah, I do too.
It's a cool version of a department store.
Do you own any Bitcoin?
I do.
You do?
A little bit.
What? Let's see. Pull it up.
I mean, I don't, here at Wash Media, I'm pretty sure that we don't talk about our personal finances. I think that's.
Just tell me how many, or around, what kind of investment are we talking here?
It's tiny.
Okay.
So are you guys having your fantasy live draft this year?
Virtually.
Virtually, yeah, same.
I mean, what are we even drafting for?
Right. Who knows? Let's see. So 2 years ago?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, at our live draft 2 years ago, which was right about this weekend. Our live draft, it's always like the second or third weekend in August. It would have been this past weekend had it been able to happen.
Did you make a trade with Bitcoin?
No. We were just out one night, like post-draft in McQueeney, Texas, at the lodge, the other lodge, not this lodge, the lodge in McQueeney.
Okay.
And just like sipping on lodgeritas, and one of my friends one of my fantasy buds talked me into like putting $100 in Bitcoin. I had an extra $100 sitting in the Cash App because Travis Scott was giving out money on Twitter via Cash App. And I got $100 from Travis Scott on the Cash App via Twitter. Free money. Yeah. I put it in Bitcoin, and I've not touched it.
Put it to work.
I've not touched it since then.
And
so my $100 is now worth $188.36.
Hey, that's not bad.
Now it's you can see here, it's really had its ups and downs.
Yeah.
Like there's, it used to be, it was not worth, I was down. I was down for a while. But the thing about Bitcoin and about stocks in general is that they only go up.
Correct.
So it's all,
everybody knows that.
Everybody does know that. It's all worked out, and I now have almost $200 worth of Bitcoin hanging out in the Cash App.
I'm glad we got that.
That's my nest egg.
That's your IRA right
That's
there.
That's my IRA right there. Okay. I made the Ben Trill reference earlier. Here's what I wanted to talk about Ben Trill. As you mentioned, this sounds very hip hop related.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like something that Bun B and Pimp C from UGK came up with. And if you search for Ben Trill, you're gonna see like they used the Rocky Horror Picture Show font, kind of that bloody imagery.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was very, very, it just fit the vibe of what we were seeing. It was like Hood by Air in the beginning of Off-White and this type of stuff. Like A$AP Rocky either really liked Ben Trill or had like beef with Ben Trill at some point. I think he says fuck Ben Trill in a song.
Nice.
So I just thought Ben Trill was like, some t-shirt brand.
Okay.
Right?
What is
that had done this. But it turns out that Ben Trill was a collective of several people.
Okay.
Those people included Heron Preston, Virgil Abloh, Matthew Williams from Aleeks, and Justin Saunders. Justin Saunders is the guy that does JJJJound.
Uh-huh.
How do you say that? Jound? Is it just Jound?
Sure.
Now, I've talked about Jound before.
Yeah. About
how it's this like Instagram mood board. It never spoke to me the way that it clearly does with a lot of people. It just always, for me, it was always like if you were buying into Jound, you were just like looking for something to be hype, like a hype beast about. You were just looking for the next thing that was like selling out online because people thought the Instagram was cool. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It just, a dude was posting pictures that he thought were cool as a mood board, and it was this Justin Saunders guy. But people laud him as like this creative visionary and eat up all of his shit, and it is what it is. Anyway, he and Virgil Abloh and Matthew Williams and Heron Preston were Ben Trill, along with one or two other people. So it's just really, so that's one of his kind of origins.
Okay.
Anyways, the most recent release, it also is just kind of weird because we talk about the look of this Ben Trill stuff, and it's totally different than what what JJJJound kind of does, right? Like JJJJound is all about like minimalism and really clean looks and kind of quirky, almost like comic book looking font. Anyway, here we go. Here's the latest from JJJJound. Here's the latest collaboration. These were New Balance 992s. These have me. These pulled me in a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. And then Zoe Kravitz showed up looking cool as hell, wearing the JJJJounds. And I am nothing if not a sucker for a celebrity endorsement. Everybody knows that about me. Jeez, where is
she?
Where did they post it? I know it's right. It was right here somewhere. Here we go. Here she is. So she's got the green JJJJounds on.
You pulling her up?
Oh shit. Wrong tab. Here we go.
Yeah.
Vintage Bob Marley tee. First of all, is there anybody cooler than Zoe Kravitz?
No.
Not really. And so
well, actually, yes, Lenny Kravitz.
Right. But who's cooler now?
Lenny Kravitz.
Probably. That's true. That's fair. Her cosign of the JJJJounds, looking cool as hell in New York, walking her dog, that really has me pulled in.
Yeah.
At the same time, this is a New Balance edition sneaker, the 992, that already existed, and this guy basically did like a Nike ID thing and was like,
literally,
here's the colors that I like. Sold. Collaboration. So that type of stuff is bullshit, and I don't know. I can't imagine people paying like $700-800 for a custom New Balance color.
Is that what this is gonna do?
They're somewhere. I don't know.
That's fucked.
I haven't checked in a few days. The release was really small. You know, it's just all about like the number of units is what it boils down to.
If you were to see those in the wild, you'd be like, oh, those are just New Balance like dad shoes.
Yes.
They look a little bit chunky, but they're just different colors.
Yeah, and the 992 is not they don't put this out very often. So let's see here. I'll take a 9.5 in a New Balance. So we're in the 500s.
No.
Still like no way, not happening. And I actually, if I were to just have my choice, I would pick the gray ones here. And like the coloring is supposed to be, it's basically the coloring is like inspired by like what it looks like when you kind of like beat the shit out of a gray pair of New Balance.
Yeah.
So it gets those kind of those more mature kind of warmer tones.
Mm-hmm. They've done that though, New Balance.
But look at this, like no way.
Yeah.
Because Justin Saunders, somebody that I don't care about or think is that creative or talented, decided that the colors, like put the colors on here.
It's fucked. Spin it around. Let's see the back. See, there it is. There you go. It is like a Nike ID.
Yes, seriously.
Good work, man.
Yeah. So I don't know. The JJJJound story continues. I'm at least somewhat intrigued by the fact that he was part of the Trill collective. But that's that. I like the colors. Certainly won't be paying anywhere close to $500 or $600 for these things anytime soon.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
But that leads me to my next celebrity endorsement of sneakers that we're going to talk about today, and that is Ben Affleck, as you like to call him, Ben Affleck, and Ana de Armas, who I found this. I saw this article, and I don't know, Phil. It just reminded me of you. You and Ashley are really
on the motorcycle.
You and Ashley are really the only other couple I know that gooses together.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
We double up.
You guys double up, and this is not the first time that Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas have
I love it. You're saying that now.
have gone geesing together.
But
so here we go. Here they're both in their matching golden goose down here.
Dope. I love his.
Yeah. And she bought him this badass green BMW motorcycle.
He forgot to take the sticker off the visor.
They didn't take the stickers off of their visors on their helmets. But is this just not like? Is this your couple goals here?
I mean, that's a great look.
Yeah.
But no, it's not. That's
No?
not who my power couple is.
We never talk about Ben Affleck as like any type of style icon, but in the pantheon of like dudes that get like every man's style right,
yeah,
he's way up there.
yeah.
His stuff always fits him well, and even though he usually is just like boom, button up chinos, he always has on like some type of cool pair of sneakers. Whether it's just like something as simple as Reebok Club C's or Stan Smiths, or like Golden Goose or like Tom Ford luxury type sneakers, but like he does.
He can look pretty sloppy too, though.
He can
with the SIG. Like I've seen so many like SIG break.
But that's
photos
because
of him.
I always anytime he's looking sloppy as hell, I just figured that he's on another bender.
It looks like it. It looks like it.
Not to make light of his disease by any means, but he's in and out of rehab. He's struggled with addiction and alcoholism, and when he's on the up and up, he looks good. Of course, he looks good.
Check out if y'all
got great grizzled scruff, the salt and pepper scruff. So he's a mood right now. That's as the kids say.
If y'all have time, Google Ben Affleck's back tat. We don't have to do it on air, but it's
no. This if you don't know about Ben Affleck's back tat, now is the time to get learned, because this thing is, well, first of all,
phoenix rising from the ashes.
Just before we started the pod, off mic, you were telling me about how this is what you're adding next. This is going to pair really nicely with what you've got going on, right?
Wow, that is really something. That is the last time I saw it, it didn't have color. It was still pre-color.
It was just a line drawing. Yeah. Now he's filled it in. He's got it shaded.
It's nice. You just don't. The reason I say that is because you don't expect that on his back.
No, the first time that the photos came out, people thought it was like
fake.
for a role.
Right.
It was some semi-permanent thing that he had going on for a movie role. This is as real as can be. I think this is as far as midlife crises go, though. This one's okay with me.
Yeah.
Because you can look. You're only ever going to see this when you pop top and go swimming or to the beach or whatever. In your everyday life, nobody sees this.
Yeah.
So why not?
You know who else has gone hard on the tats is Jude Law.
Yep.
He's got like a sleeve now.
Okay.
Who else? Oh, what's his face from Superbad?
Jonah Hill. He's
I think so.
Not a sleeve.
No, but he's got several. I believe.
I don't know that his are like stick and poke.
Yeah.
But that's the look he has. It's like a bunch of like smaller kind of stuff, just patchworky type thing. What is the style of this back tattoo, Phil? Is this?
I have no clue other than aggressive.
Yeah.
Hit that one right there on the left.
Here?
Yeah. What is underneath the phoenix?
The phoenix looks to be riding a race car.
Is that what that is?
No, I don't know.
Holy shit.
It's possible. It's totally possible.
Woo! I mean, some Japanese tattoos have these big dragons that are pretty cool, but that's not what that is.
No. It
is some sort of dragon animal.
Right.
Creature. No, that's more of a bird. Phoenix looking.
It is a phoenix.
Hawk.
I do believe it's a phoenix. I think he's talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now here is where the knot all comes together and ties in to everything that we just talked about. Because Ana de Armas and Ben Affleck and Zoe Kravitz and me today, although we all are wearing different sneakers, all of us were wearing Bombas socks with those sneakers.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's who the podcast is brought to you by today, by Bombas. Bombas has literally rethought every little detail of the socks we wear. That's why me and assorted celebs all swear by them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wear them pretty much every day. They're super comfortable. They're nice and they don't fall down. They've got a great compression, no toe seam, so you don't get that weird like little thing like it feels like a rock stuck in your shoe. They just got rid of the toe seam. It's amazing.
Great elastic.
The elasticity is amazing. They keep your feet cozy. What else is there to say? Plus, they give back to the most vulnerable members of the community. Every pair of socks you purchase means that Bombas donates a pair to someone in need. The generosity of Bombas customers has allowed them to donate over 34 million pairs of socks and counting through their nationwide network of 3,000 and more giving partners. The impact now is more powerful than ever. To those experiencing homelessness, these socks represent the dignity of putting on clean clothes. It's a small comfort, but it's an especially important one right now. Look, you can give a pair when you buy a pair. Plus, you get 20% off of your first purchase. Go to bombas.com/cool. That's BOMBAS.com/cool. 20% off your first purchase. And look, I'm scrolling through here the screen on the new releases. Name an activity, Bombas always has something new for it. Whether you just need an original ankle sock, a no-show, which they have in tie-dye right now, you like a mid-calf for everyday wear, they got that. They got performance golf. They got performance running. They got T-shirts now. Bombas has T-shirts. They look great. Garment wash, that means they're going to be nice, soft, kind of faded out. They got a tie-dye going. They got neon.
What don't they have?
What don't they have? That's a great question, Phil. Thank you. So you got to check them out because you're going to find something that you like. They're on a great mission. They make great socks. Go to bombas.com/cool. Get 20% off of your first purchase. Okay, Phil. So we hit on your couple goals with Ana de Armas and Ben Affleck. We talked about the JJJJound sneakers on Zoe Kravitz. Just to continue our theme here, let's talk about the way that Aimé Leon Dore released a new pair of sneakers over the week. Are you on ALD's mailing list?
Yeah.
So did you get an email from them?
I'm sure I did, but
Yeah,
I get so many
it.
emails. It's
So they have a new pair of sneakers, another New Balance collaboration in 2 colorways coming out for spring 21. Not really interested in either pair. Don't love the colors. But they sent out an email, which I believe was essentially to there was 2 different emails. There was like a top tier customer one where you could reserve both pairs. And then if you were just on their mailing list, you could reserve either pair. You could reserve one of these pairs.
Mhm.
By all accounts, and this is not confirmed yet, but by all accounts, this was a pre-order for the sneakers.
Mhm.
That means that you might pay now $180 for a pair of these, and you might not see them till December because this is spring 21 that we're talking about here. How do you feel about this this model, essentially?
I mean, I personally would not do that. I've done it once before when I was really hyped about a T-shirt.
What brand did you do that through?
This was Saint Laurent,
Okay.
and it was cool because it was worth it. I was super hyped.
The T-Rex tee?
Yeah.
Who'd you pre-order that from?
I don't know.
One of the big e-com sites?
Yeah, or directly through them.
Okay.
I don't recall.
Yeah. I mean, so there's 2 things here. Obviously, this is a great move for your business because you get paid
Yeah, hell yeah, it's great.
really early.
Right.
You know, we've talked
It's like
about
it's like a pre-order for a
we've
a
talked
department store.
we've talked about terms before.
Yeah.
But like typically you're paying your vendor, then you see the shoes 90 days later, then you got to sell them. Like
Yeah, the clock is ticking.
The clock is ticking constantly.
Right.
You got it, and even if they could have just, even if this is an immediate sellout for them, they get the cash. Then they had to, like, that's money that could have been working elsewhere had they had it up front. That's what they've done here. Now they know exactly how many pairs they need to order. They've got a huge influx of cash here going into the Q4, and we don't know really what holds for retail in general with the pandemic. So it's a pretty smart move. It's also one that it's nice because I do like the fact that it kind of cripples resellers.
Yeah.
If everybody that wants a pair of these gets it, when they do release, there will be no need for resellers to bot the shit out of the website.
Yeah.
And screw everything up. It just got me thinking, like, we talked about 18 East last week. They're in a position where they essentially everything that they make is selling out. They're trying to gauge the units that they need to make. They don't want to sit on stock. They don't want to sit on inventory because they're a tiny little business. But at the same time, they're like accidentally generating this Supreme style drop hype method that kind of kills the ethos of the brand.
It's because we've talked about them too much on the show.
And turns off like you're just like your 30-something-year-old shopper that doesn't have like the time or the patience to know exactly when a drop is, be ready, and do the whole, do the whole song and dance. So it's got some interesting merits. We talked about Moda Operandi at one point, which has since ceased menswear operations. But they had the piece of it that I think is kind of like is the missing link for me personally.
Yeah,
I'm way more likely to do this type of pre-order thing. I like the idea, but make me pay half now, and half when it and
then just hit the card when it ships.
Yes, because I don't like look now I'm just your vendor and you're just taking my money.
Yeah.
That money could be working for me in another way.
You could be buying Bitcoin.
I could be buying Bitcoin. Let my money work for me.
Come on.
So, anyways,
it's beautiful for ALD though.
Yeah, it was just a curious. I was a little surprised to see them do it because.
But these shoes, like, why would these be so hyped and like bought it? There's nothing special about these. There's just more New Balance.
Because all of the Aimé New Balance collaborations have been hot sellouts.
It's literally the only thing different is there's a cool colorway and they've got something on the tongue.
Yeah, no, these are nothing special. And unlike the 992, the 1300 is a model that New Balance churns out all the time in cool colorways. So that you're just buying into the brand here. You just are obsessed with anything that Teddy Santis does here. If you're an absolute fiend for these, but still interesting to watch them go down this route. And as we've talked about over the course of this last 5 months, brands are going to start throwing all sorts of kind of crazy shit at you to try to get your money with the state of things as a whole.
Just FYI, for everyone listening right now, Barrett has about 200 to 300 tabs open at one time.
I'm a tab boy, man.
What is going on?
I was trying to prep for this podcast. Plus, I got some work stuff up there. Plus, I got my online carts going. Plus, I got my email.
There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 Excel sheets.
I got Petco up here because we need a gate thing. I can delete that one.
This could be a whole segment. Barrett's tabs.
Just go through all of my tabs. Yeah,
I'd have a couple in there you're not gonna want to put on camera.
Nah, man. There's no incognito windows.
Yeah, right. Your whole thing is one incognito window.
No, I'm very guilty of over tabbing.
Yeah.
And it does become a problem. I think it's probably one of the reasons why I have to like reboot the computer every few days or so. Things really get bogged down.
Got a lot going on, man.
I mean, I got Illustrator open too, so that's that's really gonna just slow the whole thing down. But anyways, yeah, I mean, you're gonna see more stuff like the pre-order type thing. It'll eventually. It sounds good up front. It'll eventually kind of make you. There will be diminishing returns. You'll eventually like really have. It makes you decide what's really important.
Yes.
And TBD on whether that type of thing works out or not long term. Yeah. All right. Well, you got anything else for us today, Phil?
No. I can't wait to hear how your new addition, your child, is child rearing goes for you.
Yeah.
And Laura.
I hope to be back next Monday in our new time slot here with some positive news.
You got the fence completed.
The fence is completed.
That's good.
I finished off the fence. We finished the fence yesterday morning.
What?
Yeah. Just that we had some. Look, there's a picket shortage right now. We talked about the pickets aren't circulating either.
Sure.
They can't tear down the Amazon fast enough for all the people that are doing home projects and putting in new fence work.
I used to have a coin collection as a kid.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What happened to it?
It's still collecting dust.
Yeah?
Or actually collecting value. You know what I mean? Baseball cards.
That's an appreciating asset.
Yeah. Baseball cards. We've talked about that on the show.
Add that to your.
What a bummer that is.
You need to check out the Beckett for coins and see what that coin collection's worth.
What a bummer that show was. I thought for sure he was going to find some cash.
What?
The documentary that follows the kid. His dad had a card shop, and he had all these old rare cards, only to find out they're worth nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, we got suckered on the
we did
on the card collecting, but
man, was it fun?
Yeah. Patreon.com/clubcool.
Great site.
I just sent out a refresh on the Discord link, so you can jump in there with us, chat about whatever. Let's see what's going on in the Discord right now. Just got news about a Noah and Adidas collaboration coming soon, thanks to the Discord. There's been some sale links. Obviously, people are sharing kit pics. Oh, we just started a cook group,
dude.
but it's not a sneaker cook group. It's for cooking.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a that's in the pop culture tab now, and there's all sorts of cool stuff going on in the Discord. All you got to do is follow us on Patreon. You don't even have to become a dues paying member. Just go follow the Patreon. You'll get all the updates. You can see that link for the Discord. And if you're having trouble, if you can't find it, you can just DM me and I'll also send you the link. If you do join Patreon, you can expect within the next few days a nice little editorial about Phil and I's picks from the Nordstrom anniversary sale, which does open to the public, I believe, on the 19th. So here on Wednesday. So check it out. You can follow the podcast at Club Cool Pod on Instagram. You can follow Phil at PBatag and me at Barrett Dudley on Instagram and or Twitter. And I'm sorry for the short pod today, but
we got to run.
I'm running on fumes here.
Yeah.
I will be I'll be back with a clearer head and a calmer mind next Monday. I truly do hope.
Burn some incense.
I'll be a little bit more used to the 5 a.m. and then the 8 a.m. wake ups for outside time. And that'll YouTube. Yes. Randy, how do we get to the YouTube? It's youtube.com/washedmedia. Club Cool. We're on video now.
Pretty cool, man.
Our last 2 episodes have been on video.
I hope I look all right.
You look great. I
get washed out under these fluorescent sun bulbs.
I bought a ring light. Have you seen
these
these
what are you
ring
doing?
Lights? TikToks?
No,
not yet. But because all auditions, nobody's seeing auditions in person.
Oh man,
so
I forgot you were still in the acting game.
I mean, it's like, am I in it? Not really. If my agent sends me on audition, I put it on tape, I throw it down.
Oh man, I'd love to see some.
I'll show you one. I can't put it on screen because it's classified information for who I audition for. But I can just not only do I need this thing for the proper lighting for these auditions, but it makes you look great on a Zoom call.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And if I ever do decide, you know what, today's the day, I'm going on TikTok, then I'm really going to be happy that I had that thing.
You're going to be too late, dude. That's
it's going to be banned.
That's going to be banned.
Well, Instagram Reels then or whatever.
Yeah.
Something will take over. TikTok as a thing that people do is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But I'll get in here with the business heads. They need a couple of these ring lights in here.
Yeah.
Really make us look good. Because this is video number 3 now, and I don't want you looking washed out.
This is Wash Media.
It's part of the brand.
All right, we got to get out of here.
All right. That's it for us today. We will be back next week. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you soon.
Later.